Dada, are we going to the jungle safari again this holiday?
Yes. We'll visit the forest and try our luck again. Maybe this time, the jungle will show us some surprises. Every visit will be exciting and different.
Dada, don't we always see a tiger when we visit the jungle?
Look, to sight a tiger in the wild is one of nature's most unusual privileges. It's a test of patience, chance, and timing, a transient meeting penned by the jungle's own hand. You might travel miles in forests, sit patiently in burning sun, and be rewarded with evidence of their existence. And yet it is precisely this unpredictability which makes it enchanted. A sign in one of India's well-known national parks says, "Nobody can guarantee you a tiger," and that is the fun of it. In nature, the tiger is not a performer, it is the wild spirit, choosing when and if to appear. The thrill is not in guaranteed sightings, but in the chance to see, even for a moment, nature's most amazing hunter. In the heart of central India, where sal forests whisper tales and wild aromas waft through the air, a simple yet significant message welcomes people. Perhaps you may have not seen me, please don't be disappointed, I have seen you. These words, uttered by the enigmatic tiger, remind us of the serene beauty of the jungle. The tiger does not always reveal itself to humans, but it observes, silently, behind the bamboo or tall grass. This silent encounter, where the observer and the observed are reversed, reminds us to be humble because we are visitors in their home. Even when the tiger is absent, its presence is deeply felt, echoing the essence of the wild and the natural harmony of nature.
Dada, how can we tell if a tiger is nearby if we don't see one?
Great question. Even when you can't see a tiger, the forest leaves clues behind, like a mystery waiting to be solved. First, there are pug marks, those are the tiger's footprints. In soft mud or dirt, you'll see big round prints. A male tiger's print is wide and strong, while a female's is a bit longer and slimmer. Yes. Fresh pug marks can even tell us which way the tiger went and how long ago it passed by. Look at the trees. Tigers like to scratch tree trunks with their claws. Long vertical scratch marks mean a tiger has been there recently. It's just their way of saying, "This is my place." And they also use scent marking. They spray their scent on trees and rocks, and it smells very strong and musky. That tells other tigers to stay away.
Ew! What about their poop?
Yep, that too. It's called scat. It's usually big and found near paths or places where they've eaten. Scientists can even study it to find out what the tiger had for lunch. Now, if you're really lucky, you might hear alarm calls. That's when animals like deer or monkeys cry out loudly when they spot a tiger. That's nature's early warning system. Lastly, tigers love water. Especially in summer, they often hang out near ponds or streams. And they usually walk on the same narrow paths, called movement trails, so those are good places to look for signs too.
Why is everyone telling me that tigers are so unique?
Oh, because they are. The tiger is the largest cat in the world, even larger than lions. And it belongs to a special family called Panthera.
Whoa! So, is it like the Jungle King?
Yes. With its strong muscles and that royal appearance, the tiger dominates the wild. It has orange fur with black stripes and a creamy white underbelly. You can't help but see it, it's one of the most gorgeous animals on the planet.
But, there aren't that many tigers anymore, are there?
You're correct. Though they are powerful, tigers are threatened. They've been listed on the endangered species list since 1986. There are fewer of them today because their habitats are being destroyed, some are killed, and sometimes they get in trouble with humans.
Are all tigers alike?
Excellent question. As a matter of fact, there are several kinds of tigers referred to as subspecies, and they inhabit various locations. Sumatran tiger, Amur or Siberian tiger, Indian or Bengal tiger, South China tiger, Malayan tiger, Indo-Chinese tiger. And sadly, the Bali tiger, Jovan tiger, and Caspian tiger are all extinct, which means they're gone forever.
Oh no, that's really sad. How can you tell if a tiger is a boy or a girl?
That's a great question. Well, boy tigers, called males, are much bigger and stronger than girl tigers, or females. Males can grow as long as 4 meters and weigh up to 310 kilograms. Female tigers are smaller and slimmer. They grow up to about 2.8 meters and weigh around 180 kilograms. They're strong too, just not as bulky as the males.
Do they live in the same place?
Not usually. Male tigers like having big territories, up to 150 square kilometers. Female tigers need less space, around 100 square kilometers.
How else can I tell them apart?
Male tigers often have little tufts of fur on their cheeks, like a mini manet. And if you ever see their footprints, called pug marks, male ones are bigger with more space between the toes and the paw. Female pug marks are smaller and more compact. Males like being alone, but you might see a female with her cubs. She takes care of them until they grow up.
How long do they live?
In the wild, tigers usually live for about 8 to 15 years, but in zoos or sanctuaries, where life is safer and easier, they can live up to 20 years.
Oh. How do they find each other in the big jungle?
Well, females are ready when they're around 3 to 4 years old, and males take a little longer, around 4 to 5 years old. When a female tiger is ready, she makes special calls during the day to say, "Hey, I'm here." A male hears her and tries to find and follow her. When the male finds the female and she likes him too, they spend 4 to 5 days together. That's the only time they're not alone. But during those days, they're very busy. They mate 200 to 250 times, sometimes every 5 to 7 minutes. It sounds wild, but that's how nature works.
What happens after that?
After all that, the male tiger leaves, and the female does everything by herself, being pregnant, having cubs, and taking care of them. She's super strong and protective.
How do baby tigers come into the world?
Great question. When a mama tiger is ready, she carries her babies in her tummy for about 3 to 4 months. Then she gives birth to 2 or 3 cubs, but sometimes it could be just 1 or as many as 5. But tiger cubs are born completely blind when they're born. Their mom hides them in a safe, secret den, a cozy, hidden place. She keeps them there for the first few months to protect them. Around 3 to 4 months old, the mom starts taking them outside to explore the jungle. That's when the fun learning begins.
How does a tiger hunt?
Tigers are sneaky. They use their eyes and ears, not their noses, to find food. They creep up quietly from behind and then pounce with a strong bite to the neck. Usually, a tiger hunts about once a week.
What do the cubs do while mom is hunting?
While mom's out, the cubs snuggle, play, and bond with each other. They also practice mock fights and explore a bit, like jungle training.
When do they grow up and leave their mom?
Girl cubs leave when they're around 18 to 20 months old, and boy cubs stay a little longer, up to 24 months. Then they go off to find their own home in the forest.
What if another tiger already lives there?
Oh, then there might be a tiger fight. The stronger one wins the land, and the other one has to move away. Sometimes, even young tigers challenge their own mom for her space. If the mom feels it's time, she'll give her land to her cub and go find a new home.
What's International Tiger Day?
Great question. International Tiger Day is a special day we celebrate every year on the 29th of July to talk about tigers and how important it is to protect them.
Oh. Why do tigers need protecting?
Because their numbers are going down. Long ago, there were a lot more tigers in the wild, but now many have lost their homes or been hunted. So, people from all over the world came together to say, let's help the tigers. And that's how this day began in 2010, during a big meeting called the St. Petersburg Tiger Summit.
So what do we do on Tiger Day?
We spread awareness. That means we help others learn how tigers are in danger and how we can all help save them. Some people hold events, share fun facts, draw pictures, or visit national parks. This year's slogan is, "Their future is in our hands." That means we all have a role in keeping tigers safe and happy in the wild.
Where do tigers live in India these days?
Tigers in India primarily inhabit isolated forest tracts, sort of like little jungle islands in the midst of towns and villages. These are reserves and are very far from the places where the majority of people reside, but occasionally tigers and people get close together.
That sounds terrifying. Do people get angry?
Yes, it can be frightening. And although the majority of Indians are very friendly and patient, when something bad occurs, such as a tiger injuring someone or their animals, people get angry. Sometimes it becomes a major issue, particularly around the perimeters of forests. Most often, these clashes occur close to the edges of tiger reserves or around forests. That's why we need to discover intelligent means of safeguarding both tigers and humans. If we learn to understand them better and back concepts such as constructing fences, developing buffer zones, and assisting local villagers, tigers and humans can coexist peacefully. It's all about coexisting sensibly.
Why can't just leave those tigers in a zoo?
Tigers are wild animals and they do not like staying in small areas. Indian zoos are already overcrowded with tigers, and it's difficult to have more. Tigers belong in the wild, not in cages.
Why don't we have lots of tigers in India anymore?
A very long time ago, more than 100 years ago, India had about 100,000 tigers running around in the wild. But now, only about 3,000 are left.
Oh no! What happened to all of them?
Unfortunately, a lot of tigers were hunted and killed. At the time when the British controlled India, some wealthy individuals from India and other nations hunted tigers for sport and trophies. Even after that period, poaching, which is killing animals illegally, continued to occur.
Why would anyone want to kill a tiger?
Primarily because some individuals believe tiger bones, skin, and body organs are worth money. In certain nations, particularly China, individuals believe these body parts can be utilized in medicine or used to decorate. A single tiger skin may even fetch millions of rupees.
That's awful. What are we doing to protect them?
India initiated something called Project Tiger to save tigers and their forests. It was a great step.
What is Project Tiger? What do they do in these tiger reserves?
Awesome question. Project Tiger is a special initiative launched in India in 1973 to conserve tigers and tiger forests. So, the government initiated Project Tiger to create secure homes, tiger reserves, where tigers can live freely and safely. Forest guards patrol the reserves, they catch poachers, and they ensure the tigers get plenty of food and water. They also maintain the forest, as it's the tiger's home. When it was launched, there were only around 1,800 tigers, but today India has around 3,000 tigers. That's nearly 3/4 of all the wild tigers in the world. Isn't that great?
How many tiger reserves are there? What is NTCA? I heard it in a tiger documentary.
There are more than 50 tiger reserves today in India. Some of the well-known ones are Ranthambore, Jim Corbett, Tadoba, Kanya, and Bandhavgarh. NTCA stands for National Tiger Conservation Authority. It's like the boss team of tiger protection in India. Well, they make sure that tigers in India are safe, healthy, and happy in their forest homes. They check if rules are followed in all the tiger reserves, and they help the forest rangers with money, training, and plans to keep tigers safe. They have specialists, forest officials, and government officials who collaborate. They even enact laws and regulations that all have to adhere to in order to conserve tigers. They speak to forest guards, scientists, villagers, and sometimes even the police. They also assist in providing rewards or compensation to individuals in case something goes wrong with tigers around villages.
So, they are like the tiger superhero squad?
Yes. They really are. Every tiger cub grows up with lots of learning, exploring, and challenges. It's not easy, but it makes them strong and wild, just like nature intended. Tigers are wonderful animals, and they are highly significant to a healthy world. Being a top predator, they maintain the number of animals they prey upon within balance, which makes forests healthy. Healthy forests purify our air, provide us with water, and regulate climate. Saving tigers also saves many other living beings and keeps the natural world all life on Earth requires. Saving tigers is also saving ourselves and ensuring that future generations have a greener and healthier world. And now, you're becoming a tiger expert too.
Tigers are so cool. That's like a tiger adventure story.